All right, so the 2018 Pro Bowl AFC versus NFC just concluded. AFC defeats NFC 24-23 off a last-second touchdown from Derek Carr to Delaine Walker, and on the defensive end, Von Miller got a strip sack of Jared Goff to win the game. So I want to say Delaine Walker, who caught the last-second touchdown, he won offensive MVP, and Von Miller, who got the game-winning strip sack fumble recovery, he won defensive MVP. But really, in the Pro Bowl, that doesn't really mean shit because, like, the number one problem with the Pro Bowl, and they do the same thing in basketball, but see, football is not like basketball, where like with the NBA All-Star game, you really only go there to watch the players like dunk and do alley oops and break ankles, hit like ridiculously long threes, and at the same time the game is entertaining. Where like in the Pro Bowl, since the players are not really playing that hard and they can't tackle anymore, because now it's a rule where like I don't even think you can tackle the player. I think you have to like wrap around them and they'll call the play dead. Where like that pretty much takes the football out of it. So now like the game is like crazy boring, and like it's like a lot of people really stopped watching it because like I remember back like in I want to say like 10 years ago, the Pro Bowl used to be actually really good. Like it used to be an actual game. Like players used to hit and actually compete at a high level. But it's just like I understand why they took that out, because like you really don't want none of your favorite players to get hurt in a meaningless exhibition game. So I understand, but at the same time, you can't just take the football out of it. Like I mean, look at this. Like I mean, they're really not playing hard. You know they're jogging out there, they're half stepping, not really hitting, scared to get hurt. Really don't want to be there, just there for the payday. Because I think if you win, you get $64,000, and if you lose, you get $32,000. Damn, so even if you lose, you win because $32,000 is still a payday. Like you can go to the strip club, get your dick wet, get some hookers. Like you can do something with $32,000 in a weekend. I'm just saying, but yeah, like it's me. I prefer if you're gonna. Cause I understand if you don't want to get players hurt, and I understand that because I don't want to. Like I'm a Patriots fan, and like let's say the Patriots were in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't want any of my players on my favorite team to get hurt in a dumbass Pro Bowl game. I wouldn't want nobody to tear ACL or nothing like that. So if you're gonna do two-hand touch, you might as well just put flags on them and just have them play 7-on-7. And I think if they play 7-on-7, they probably will play harder and it'd be more interesting instead of having 11 guys on the field really not doing nothing. Like, and I know what you're thinking. If they play 7-on-7, that takes away the offensive and defensive linemen. Well, you really don't need them in the Pro Bowl because they don't really do nothing, because the offensive linemen really don't. Look at this, they're not really blocking. You know, well, that time they kind of, yeah, they did block. But still, a lot of plays, they were just kind of standing up, not doing nothing. And then the same thing with the defensive linemen. They can't sack the quarterback. So if you can't sack the quarterback, or you really can't hit him like that, what's the point of even being out there? Like, it's no point. You have no purpose to be out there if you can't sack the quarterback. And for an offensive lineman, you have no purpose if you can't really block. Like, that's all you do is just block. So you might as well just do 7-on-7. As a matter of fact,
you don't want to get tackled.
I actually enjoy the skills competition more than I did the actual game. Like the dodgeball and the best hands in the NFL and the quarterback drill. All that shit is like fun. You know why? Because they compete. Where in this game, I mean, look at that. Come on now, you really didn't just tackle him, like, and. Really, they're showing. Really, I'm just showing the highlights. They're showing all the good plays. But I watched the whole game, and a lot of the plays, they were all just, you know, half stepping through. It looked like a legit practice. Like they were just half stepping, not really tackling. You know, not running at full speed. I mean, I guess if you don't want to get hurt, but it's like it's boring. As a matter of fact, they actually did start playing hard within like the 5-minute mark. Like, come on now, what the fuck kind of throw was that? Like, you just threw it straight to dude, and then like, yeah, I'm not gonna tackle him. Yeah, we're gonna pass it back. Look at that. Look at this. Bro, come on now. Like, they not even really running out there. Like, they're just fucking. I mean, I guess they're having fun, but damn, like. They start playing hard within the last 5 minutes, but by that time, no one's really watching that shit. Like, hey, everybody turned that shit off, went to watch a movie or something, because, like, nobody watch it, watch this trash. Like, come on now. But the skills competition, the best thing about the skills competition is it's on Thursday with the dodgeball. That's actually, like, that shit is actually really fun. I remember when I used to be a camp counselor, we used to play dodgeball and shit. And like that, it was like a legit competition. Like everybody used to be competing. I think the older kids will always win though, because like of course the older kids are always gonna beat fucking 5 and 6 year olds. But it's all good though. Everybody was having fun. And the same thing with NFL players. It's like the dodgeball is more interesting than the actual fucking football game, and that's sad because it shouldn't be like that. But you know, you got a lot of players that they're really not competing, half stepping. I mean, they really just there for. As a matter of fact, I would say they have more reserve players in the Pro Bowl than they do people who actually fucking made the Pro Bowl, because the timing of the Pro Bowl, because it's like at the end of the season where everybody's hurt and really no one want to play in that shit, and at the same time you can't get the Super Bowl teams because you know it's the week before the bowl, so you don't want any of your players playing who are playing in the Super Bowl. So like that's why you always got a bunch of reserves and shit, because generally the teams who make the Super Bowl have a lot of Pro Bowl players. So that, you know, they can't play, and you got a lot of players who are hurt who don't want to play. So you got a bunch of people you don't even fucking know he made the Pro Bowl. That's how like look at this. You like come on now, you really didn't just act. I mean, I know you're not playing for real, but damn, like. And then why do they call it dead too? Oh, that's right, because they doing two-hand touch. But just put flags on them. If you're gonna do two-hand touch, then put flags on them. That's all I gotta say about that. But I guess you know the players are having fun. Very excited, you know. But and another problem with the Pro Bowl, and it's not fair to other cities, is like what I like what the NBA does is the NBA, and that was the game-winning touchdown to Delaine Walker. But like the NBA have the All-Star game in different cities every year. Like the Pro Bowl, they only have it like in the same city every fucking year. I think for the longest it was in Hawaii. And nobody's fucking going to Hawaii. I ain't going all the way down there. Fuck that shit. It's a part of the U.S., but I mean, it's like isolated. And now I think the past 2 years it's been in Orlando. But why don't they just have one in every city and give every city a chance to watch their favorite players or watch the best players in the NFL instead of having the Pro Bowl in the same fucking city every single year? I think even next year is going to be in Orlando. And it's crazy because, like, you know, I would love to go to the Pro Bowl. I would love to see these players play, but I mean, they don't never fucking come down to this area. Like, they don't come down to the Maryland or DC area or Virginia area. They just stay in the same southern states all day. I think this is the game-winning strip sack fumble recovery for Von Miller, and that's what sealed the game. But at that point, I was just like, all right, whatever, fuck it. I'm ready to watch. I'm ready to get this bowl. I'm ready to get this bowl on. Look. Like, I remember when they actually played hard in the Pro Bowl, where, like, it used to be a legit game. Remember that one hit that Sean Taylor had on that one kicker? I'm talking about, like, if you did that in this Pro Bowl now, you probably get kicked out of the league. Like, they not having that shit no more. And it's like, oh, I missed that. Like, the best players actually fucking playing, man. But, damn, you just can't get players hurt. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of things the NFL could do better to make the Pro Bowl more attracting, but I mean, I'm not in the office, so all I can do is just hope. I can't really make those decisions. So, I mean, hey, the best thing about the Pro Bowl is when it's over, it's Super Bowl week. Ooh, Tom Brady about to get that 6th ring. I can feel it, bro. Cause like, I mean, come on now, Tom Brady versus Nick Foles in the Super Bowl? Who are you picking? Like, let's get real. Like, come on now. Now, I give you this. The Eagles do have a better overall team than the Patriots. But when you got that number 12 in the backfield, in the 4th quarter and the game close, yeah, ask the Jaguars how that turned out for them. Not so well. Ask the Falcons how that turned out for them. Ask the Seahawks how that turned out for them. Ask the Rams. Even the fucking Eagles back in 2004 and the Panthers. When you got 12 in the backfield and you got the ball last and the game's on the line, yeah, okay, I'm putting my money on Tom Brady. Tom Brady is pretty much, he is the Jordan of the NFL, especially if it gets a 6th ring. Because, like, really, even if he were to lose the Super Bowl, he's still the greatest of all time because he gets 5 rings and he just so many 4th quarter comebacks. It's the most playoff wins, most playoff touchdowns. He's gonna break the touchdown record next year. He's gonna break the passing yard record next year. He has all of the records, all of the rings with the same team, bruh. He is the greatest quarterback of all time, and there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I know some people gonna be like, oh man, you know, Tom Brady's a cheater. All right, shut your hating ass up. He ain't no cheater, he just great. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. But yeah, damn, it's Super Bowl week, man. I can't wait. Oh shit, bro.